Converting your bike to a tubeless setup is a great way to reduce the likelihood of getting a puncture when you're out riding, but it can never totally eliminate them. Happily, if you're armed with the right tools and the right knowledge, it's really easy to repair a tubeless puncture, and I'm going to show you some top techniques, tips and tools to help you do just that. The first thing it's worth noting is that if the liquid sealant in your tyres is still working, it'll take care of most small punctures without you ever noticing. That's why it's really important to periodically check that the liquid sealant is still liquid rather than a big dry rubbery ball of gunk that'll do absolutely nothing to seal up a hole. How often you check depends on how warm it is, so if you live in a hot climate, check more regularly. Just pop the tyre off the bead and have a look in. The first thing you really need is a tubeless repair kit. I'm using this rather neat MERIDA one that fits inside your handlebar, so wherever you go riding, it comes with you. You can also get one like this, which fits in your pack and is sealed to protect the contents from dirt and moisture. Whichever kit you choose, they all share some basic elements. The first are these. They're variously called noodles, bungs, plugs, worms, but whatever you want to call them, they're basically little rubberized ropes that you push into the puncture, where they do the work of sealing up the hole and preventing any more air leaking out. They come in different sizes to suit different sized holes, and it's important that you try and keep them clean, because once they get covered in dirt and dust, they're just not as sticky and they won't work at their best. To get the plug in, you'll need a special claw tool like this. The tip is shaped like a tiny pitchfork and you thread the plug onto it like so. You can then use the tool to force the plug into the hole before withdrawing the tool and leaving the plug inside. The other part of the toolkit is this, the reamer. Part of its function is to actually make the hole in your tyre bigger. That might sound a bit counterproductive, but if the hole is too big for a little plug, but too small to fit a larger plug, then you can use this tool to increase the space slightly. It also roughens the edges of the hole for a better adhesion and cleans it out at the same time too. Optional extras that are handy but not essential include rubber repair solution. If you douse the plug with a little bit of this, it will help make things much more secure. It's basically the same stuff you'd use to attach a patch to an inner tube, and it'll help bond the rubber. It's also really useful if you have a small knife of some kind, because that'll allow you to trim the sticky out bit of the plug so it doesn't flap about or hit anything or even get pulled out. I'd also suggest that you still always have an inner tube with you, especially on longer rides in more remote locations. You'll obviously need a pump or CO2 cartridge too, to help replace any air that's been lost while you've been repairing the puncture. So let's fix this puncture. The first step is to locate the hole, and usually this is pretty easy as you'll hear the air coming out and you'll also possibly see a little bit of sealant spurting out too. As this puncture here is just a small hole, it's going to be easy to fix with a tubeless plug from our kit. If your tyre isn't already flat, stick your thumb or finger over the hole to reduce any air escaping. It'll save you pumping it up later on. It's worth noting that if there's a hole down here right on the bead, or if there's a large slice in the tyre, then a tubeless plug is unlikely to work to fix the puncture. If that's the case, you're going to need to fit an inner tube to get you home, possibly in conjunction with a tyre boot for the cut. Anyway, I've now picked a plug to fit the hole. Always err on the side of a larger plug if you're unsure. I'm now going to roughen up the edges with the reamer to help improve the grip between the tyre and the plug. I'll now thread the plug onto the fork. If you've got some rubber repair solution, add it onto the plug now. Now I just need to stick the plug into the hole. This can take a bit of force, but do be careful not to stick the fork through the other side of the tyre, the rim bed, or even your hand. None of those things are good. Now thread the plug into about half its length. You can now extract the fork tool. It'll make it easier to remove the fork while keeping the plug in place if you put your thumb on top of it and pull slowly and gently. Now make sure the hole is sealed. You should rotate the wheel so the sealant in the tyre will go around the plug and help you out here. Add some more air to top the tyre pressure up. If it's still leaking, you can add another plug next to the first one. Just repeat this process again. The final step is to trim the plug down slightly if it's going to catch. While tubeless repair kits will help get you home, and the fix can often last for the life of the tyre, the plug can sometimes be pulled out under heavy braking if it's on the tread. Giving it a fairly short haircut can help prevent this from happening. So there you have it, an easy trailside tubeless tyre repair. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you check out our other how-to videos over here. And you can subscribe to our channel over here for all the latest MERIDA news. If you do, make sure you click the bell icon to make sure you get notified when there's a new video. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.